Hello, and welcome to this video demonstration of how you can use Copilot for Microsoft 365 during your Teams meetings. Let's go ahead and get started. While you are in a Teams meeting, if the meeting is being recorded and transcribed, you can select the Copilot option in the menu ribbon above the meeting. This will then bring up the Copilot pop-up and allow you to ask questions about the meeting while you are in the meeting. In the example here, I was meeting with a coworker about an AI presentation that I had put together based on information that we received from a vendor. Before the meeting was over, I wanted to ask a few questions about what we discussed. I first asked Copilot to recap the meeting so far. Copilot then generated a list of key topics that were discussed during the meeting. It also included references to where these things were discussed within the transcript. I also wanted to know what the action items were from this meeting. This would allow me to discuss the action items with the participants of the meeting. In the example shown here, you can see that it listed action items of reviewing the slideshow for Alan, verifying the documents for Alan, and me, Adam, sending a link to the document to Alan. These are extremely helpful as it helps clarify the action items for the participants of the meeting and helps to remind you of any action items discussed earlier in the meeting. I then asked Copilot what questions are unresolved. This allows you to make sure that any questions that may have been asked and forgotten about are answered before the meeting is completed. In the example here, you can see that Alan asked me how I would prefer to receive the notes. I did not answer the question during the meeting, and so this allows me to answer the question before we end the meeting. You can also ask Copilot to suggest some follow-up questions. Copilot is able to review the transcript and provide potential follow-up questions related to the meeting. Finally, I asked Copilot to generate meeting notes. Copilot then generated meeting notes, including key topics and action items. These can then be discussed within the meeting to make sure that everyone is on the same page for what was discussed and what next steps are. And that is all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to look out for more tips and tricks with Copilot for Microsoft 365.